Yo, what up? Nigga, man, listen. Yeah, I did a couple videos the other day, the other night, whatever. My shits kept on getting fucked up because my phone kept ringing and shit. I won't be surprised if the same thing don't happen now. You know how that gang stalking shit be. Niggas never want the message to get across. But as I said before, I'm gonna say it again. I appreciate all my subscribers. I got one request, and that's that I would like for y'all to like and share anything that you feel is pertaining to your life, anything you feel will be sufficient and helpful to somebody else that you might know, or even if you don't know them, you think it might help somebody, like and share this motherfucker, because that's what's going to give these messages more exposure. I know my last video, I know I was saying, no matter what you go through, no matter how hard shit get, no matter how low you get, how low you feel, or whatever the case is, as long as you got air in your motherfucking body, just keep pushing. Keep motherfucking pushing, because I'm telling you, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We pray, and as I told you before, the devils and the demons can hear our prayers. It's not just our ancestors. So we got those that are helping us, and we got those that are trying to destroy us and break us down, putting all kind of obstacles and difficulties in front of us. Me personally, I've been through a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through a whole shit. It's easier for me to tell you what I haven't been through. You know what I'm saying? That's how real it is. But yeah, man, just no matter what, just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Obstacles, you gotta learn how to communicate with the universe and learn how to understand what the universe is trying to communicate to you. And it might not always be the shit that we want at the time, but it may ultimately end up becoming what we want eventually. And that's important, man. You gotta pay attention to what the universe is trying to tell you. Sometimes we end up in tight situations, and it's like you might not know what to do. You might feel like it ain't nothing you can do. You might not have nobody to talk to, nobody to vent to. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a burden for a whole lot of people, because you really can't trust nobody. Tell motherfuckers shit, and they'll be in your face and show you compassion. They'll listen to you and act like they support you and like they understand you. As soon as you turn around, the motherfuckers be talking behind your back. And you know what I'm saying? All that shit shows from the spirit realm if you pay attention. You just gotta pay attention to everything in whole. Body language, eyes, tone of voice, actions. You just gotta pay attention, man. Me personally, like I said, I've been through a whole bunch of shit. But throughout my journey of going through the majority of things that I've been through in life, I've always pretty much like tried to combat it. Always like tried to fight it or get around it and fix it and shit like that to my liking. And we can't have everything our way. Sometimes shit just gotta be what it is, because that's just what it's meant to be, probably. But you know what I'm saying, when shit's out of your hands, just let that shit be, because it's like being in the motherfucking ocean. We all are in the ocean. But when you're in that ocean, motherfucking ocean, right? The waves is flowing one way. And that's when it's calm. Everything is calm and smooth. But as soon as you start turning around and going the other way, opposite from where the waves is going, that's where you start to feel the water crashing and smacking against you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's going against the grain. And a lot of times the wave might not be smacking against you hard because the water might be calm. But at the end of the day, you could tell if you pay attention which way the water is flowing. And you know if you're going against it or not. And if you're going against it, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking allegorical to life right now. You know what I'm saying? If momentum is telling you to do something, or you know, you feel that message in your heart or in your gut telling you some shit, and it's reaching your brain to help you decipher what the message is. Sometimes like we go against that because of what we want, or what we think we want, or what we think we need. And we gotta deal with that shit. We gotta deal with the outcome of that. We gotta deal with the waves. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be sitting in the ocean longer. You know what I'm saying? Instead of floating around these seas and really exploring your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because that's ultimately what it is blocking your blessings and shit like that. And you know, when it comes to me, man, I really try not to hold no grudges in my heart. I try not to hold no hate in my heart. I try not to just I'm trying not to let my heart turn cold based on the circumstances and situations or the things outside of me that I can't control. Because at the end of the day, you know, some people look at it as God, you know, whatever your higher power is. I say the universe, you know what I'm saying? I'm well aware of the astral realm, the spiritual realm. I'm well aware of how this shit functions, or in a major way anyways. I don't know everything, but I know enough to know about the communication. And me putting my trust in that is one of my mechanisms to help me not allow my heart to turn cold, to help me not hold hatred and grudges and shit like that against people. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, we all see from different dimensions, and sometimes a person just might not see from your perspective, and sometimes I may not see from other people's perspectives, and that can cause a major misunderstanding, or it can cause friction. You know what I'm saying? And too much friction can cause burns. You know what I'm saying? Too much burning can cause an explosion. So with me, you know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you this. I've been through a lot. I've done a lot of negative things in my life to people, hurt people in many different ways, and I've received the same. A lot of people have hurt me and done a lot of negative things to me too. And remember, when I speak on negative and positive, I'm using that terminology. I'm using that terminology right now in the 3D motion, meaning good and bad. But we know that ultimately negative and positive does not mean good and bad. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, like, I've done wrong, and wrong has been done to me. But now I go with the flow of the universe. You know what I'm saying? I go with the flow of life. Whatever's presented to me, I handle that shit. I'm not, I used to kind of be a troublemaker. I used to kind of like when a motherfucker starts something with me just so we can get into some shit. But now all I seek is peace. You know, I've been seeking peace for a long time now. And, you know, what you look for, you will find, you will see, you will experience. And that's because that's really something that you want. So it makes it easier for you to notice it and pick up on it when it's there. And, you know, my life ain't peaches and cream. My life ain't exactly peaceful. I got a whole lot of shit going on with me. Necessary shit and unnecessary shit. And like growing up, I did all the gang banging shit. And you know, in my city, it don't matter how much you change or how much enlightenment you get, as long as you're still in that same city after you live the type of life that I've lived, that shit don't change. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I be stuck in a box, stuck in a trap in my own city. And the only thing sometimes it feel like it is to do is to, you know, play a part, just still play a part. But, and what I mean by that is like fighting fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? Fighting, period. And it's like, nah, fuck all that. I'm gonna always defend myself, no doubt. I'm gonna always handle my business accordingly. But starting trouble, unnecessary drama, and shit like that, that's not what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I've been found myself a long time ago. And once I found myself, I had to learn myself. And that's what we all need to do. Because until you do that, you can't keep it real with yourself. You gotta be able to keep it real with yourself in order to really navigate this matrix and navigate this life, this experience, this physical experience in this 3D, the way that you would like to. Like I said, shit ain't always peaches and cream. Right. But just don't stop. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Set your motherfucking goals and just keep pushing for them. And as you push for those goals, try to remain cautious of all the decisions that you make, because karma's a motherfucker. We don't want no karma coming back to us in a bad way. It could be the slightest decisions. It could be a mistake. You know what I'm saying? In the spiritual realm, there are no mistakes. There are no bad choices. There are only choices. The reason why is because everything happens in the spiritual realm first. And your spirit, your own spirit, is your spirit guide. So what happens is your spirit goes through things and it sends you messages, signs, along with the ancestors, to help you navigate and get around certain situations, avoid situations that would not be in your favor. And they help you to come across opportunities and situations that may be in your favor. It's just that we gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? To everybody out there, like I done been as low, mentally and internally and in my heart and all type of shit. Like that pain that you can't cover. You can't put a Band-Aid on it. And I got to a point at one point in time where I could understand why a lot of people commit suicide. So I want y'all to know that if there's anybody out there going through any type of tough times, rough times, whatever it may be, suicide is not the answer. You know how I know that? And how you should know it, the proof is in itself. It's the fact that if you don't kill yourself, you can keep on living, right? If you don't kill yourself, you can stand up and go do something else, no matter what it is. You can go somewhere, you can do something, you got some type of option to do something different. And that in itself tells you the solution is not to kill yourself. That's why we die from natural causes. And so like anybody going through anything out there, sometimes that shit hurt like a motherfucker. But no matter how much that motherfucker hurt, just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? I stressed the same thing in my last video, and I can't even stress it enough because, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the midst of it. Sometimes we gotta make life-changing decisions, and sometimes it's decisions that we don't even wanna make. But it's like you gotta make some type of decision. You at the intersection. You gotta go left or you gotta go right. And you know what I'm saying? If you're confused about it, which way to go, that's when you gotta start thinking right from wrong. You gotta start thinking good and bad. You gotta start thinking about your goals and what's your plans and how does, you know, at this intersection, what can you see down each direction that may help you get to your goals and help you succeed and shit like that. Another big thing that we do as people is we ignore the red flags. We ignore a lot of red flags because of, you know, the things that we want or because of our anxiety. You know what I'm saying? We don't have patience, we don't have discipline for a lot of things. Sometimes we act out when we shouldn't because we don't know how to communicate, you know, the things that we feel inside. And all that shit plays an effect on us in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you know, we may feel some kind of way and shit, but you gotta understand that emotions come and go. Emotions go up and down, they fluctuate. Emotions are labeled by us, but understand this. Feelings is just the energy. It's your energy within you, you know what I'm saying? So your energy can be motherfucking small or it could be big. But that same energy, that energy right there that I'm talking about, that's anger, that's sadness, that's joy, that's happiness. It's all the same fucking energy. The thing is, that makes it intense or not is the thoughts that you put behind that energy signature. What signature do you put behind that energy? You know what I'm saying? You could be hype as fuck, mad happy, feel it big. But you can also feel that same energy big because you mad. You know what I'm saying? And the important thing about that and knowing that is that, you know, the fact that that's something that happens, that's something we can't control. You know what I'm saying? You could sit and motherfucking, it doesn't matter what you go through or whatever, that is gonna fluctuate. You're gonna feel good, you're gonna feel good sometimes, you're gonna feel down sometimes. But the thing is, when you act off of those emotions, that's where you make a life-changing decision because your action can't be taken back. I mean, it's as simple as something like your words. You could get mad and cuss somebody out. You could get mad and cuss somebody out, and you can't take those words back. And that person could remember those words and hold on to it, which stems something inside of them, and their energy can make their energy grow, even if it's just a little bit. So it's like, regardless of how you feel, we gotta learn to, you know what I'm saying? We gotta learn to understand our feelings. We gotta learn how to deal with our feelings and try to control how we express our feelings no matter how intense the energy is. Because